the secret behind real African cuisine. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to use these 3 spices to make a very delicious fish at home using these 3 natural spices. So I'll take you guys through step by step on how to use that. So I'm going to use these ingredients here to grill my fish. So I'm going to use my natural spices. These my 3 natural spices over here. So over here, I have the country onion. This is a very special spice. This one, it gives your fish a deep flavor that you can't find anywhere but only a homemade meal. And then this one here, the one I was holding when the video started over here, this is the Njansan, it's an African spice. I love this. It's having a nutty smell, and it thickens your stew, or it gives a base to any marinade you need. And then over here we have the African nutmeg. With this is a very special one. We need to roast this and remove the shell. I'm going to start with this. First we are going to roast it and then remove the shell out, and then we want the inside seed, which is the smoky flavor. And then these are my other ingredients, which I'm going to use 1 red pepper, and then 2 jalapeno pepper for a chili heat, and 5 garlic, and then 1 ginger and 1 onion. So this you can find it in your local market anyway. So with my spices, the measurement I used for 4 of the country onion, round ball, and then 4 of the nutmegs, and then I used 10 seeds of the Njansan. So let's get started, and I will start with my nutmeg to grill it, and then we'll start the process on how to marinate our fish. Now my pan is clear and I've just heated this up. So without putting any oil, we're just gonna roast this African nutmeg and remove this shell. I'll just put this here and roast it on each side for 2 minutes. So what we want is, you don't want to burn it. You just want to roast it so that the skin can get off very easy on the shell. So you do not want to burn this at all. Otherwise, you won't get that nicely flavor that we are looking for over here. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to continue to flip it like this while it's roasting. So make sure your heat is high, but not too high, like medium, so that you don't burn your shell. Because once you burn your shell, you're actually burning the seed that is inside. So with this African nutmeg, it's a very special spice. So you can't blend it with the seed. You just won't have that smoky flavor that is inside this beautiful seed. So just continue flipping it like this over. So just few seconds on each side while it's roasting. So this is the perfect way I want it. So I'm just going to remove this. Look how beautiful this looks. This is how you want it to be. Then we're going to remove the shell. We're going to switch off and let that rest for 1 minute. And then I'm going to remove the shell, or else I'm going to burn myself. Okay, now, so this is my roasted African nutmeg. So now I'm going to use my garlic crusher to be able to remove this. So whatever works for you at home, for me, for now, this works for me by removing it with my garlic crusher. So what you want to hear is that tick. The tick, it will tell you the tick, it means it's ready. So, and then I'm going to remove this off. I have to use a little bit of my knife. Get this off. Yes. Let's look at this. This is what we are looking for before we can blend all our natural spices together. This one over here, like this. The knife makes it easy. You see, this we don't want. This is what we want. This smells really good. It's having that smoky smell, full of flavor, full of Atlantic flavor, full of natural flavors. It just smells so good. And this also tastes very, very, very good in the fish. You don't want to grind your nutmeg, your African nutmeg with this. You want to grind this. So now that we have removed the shell for the African nutmeg, I'm going to blend all my 3 spices together. And then I'm gonna blend it with my natural ingredients that I got from my local supermarket, that you can also get from your local supermarket, which is one green pepper, and two jalapeno peppers, and 5 garlics, and 1 ginger and 1 onion. So I'm going to blend this and then mix it up with my spices. So I'll start with blending my spices and then I'm going to transfer this to grill my fish. So I'll just transfer these are 10 Njansan seeds and then I have 4 nutmeg seeds, African nutmeg seed, and then I have the 3 country onion, this ones. So these ones, I almost forgot this ones. So like this, and you will have this yellowish seed over here. So don't grind it as well with the seed. So these ones are easy. You don't need to roast this one. So I'm just going to transfer this and remove this out of my way. And I'm going to blend my beautiful natural spices that takes my fish to a next level and just give it that home African flavor. These 3 spices over here that I'm showing you, this is the secret to real African flavor and real African cuisine. These 3 spices take your cuisine to a very next level. Let's show you how my beautiful spices have come in the whole spice. So that's what the Njansan spice does. And then here I have the country onion. I have the beautiful African nutmeg. All the 3 flavors are combined here. And this smells so delicious. So let me put this aside and then I'm going to blend my peppers. I'm going to blend my peppers and my ginger. And then we're going to add the spices into the blender and we start marinating our fish. Then I'm gonna go in with my 2 chilies. So I've already wiped my veggies off. Then my onion, then my 5 garlic chips inside here. Then I'm just gonna clean my ginger. I love ginger in my food. It just takes the taste of the fish to a very different level. That's why I love using my ginger. So now, where you change the flavors in your cuisine is by adding these 3 spices, which is the nutmeg, the country onion, and the Njansan. This is what makes an African cuisine. This changes the way your fish is gonna taste, gonna feel in your mouth, and the flavors that come with these spices is just unexplainable. But this gives you that homemade meal, that authentic, that natural flavors without MSG. This is the ones to have. These are the 3 spices must have in African cuisine. I just love using them for my fish and for everything I cook. So now that this is done blending, so I'm going to transfer this into a hot pan and medium cook this and let all the flavors come together. When you have blended this, you want it to look like this, like a paste, like that. That's how you want it to look. So now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of salt. While that is cooking, I'm adding another 1 cup of oil. So you don't want your marination to be dry. You want it to be juicy and looks appetite as it goes onto your fish. So I'm going to let this slow cook for about 7 minutes and on medium heat. So I'm going to cook this for 5 minutes and let this cook and let all my flavors come together and speak the language of the cuisine. So this marinade is a must-have. You can use it for your fish, for your chicken, for your meat. It goes with everything. So these three spices that I just used in my marination is a must-have in the African cuisine. I just love the flavors in this. So I'm going to let this cook. Now that this is cooking, I'm going to add my white pepper. This white pepper I sourced it from Cameroon. It's extremely delicious, not the ordinary pepper. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of white pepper. I just love white pepper in my food. Then I'm going to mix that up. Look how beautiful this is coming together. So this is how your marination needs to look. And I'm just going to have a taste and feel all my flavors if they are in. This is so delicious. It's very delicious. So this looks beautiful and it tastes so nice. I'm loving this. So now I'll just marinate my fish and make sure the seasoning goes inside where I cut open full. And then I'm going to start grilling this. Any of my seasoning because it's so expensive. I almost forgot. So I love adding lemon. I love adding lemon onto my fish. It just also takes your fish to a different level. Now I'm going to grill this for 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes on both sides. So now I just want it to grill on top. Now I just open it up like this. So I'll just put a little bit of marinade and then grill it up again for the last 10 minutes so that it's crispy outside and it's tender inside. Then I'm going to put this back 15 minutes. So this was my marinade that I'm just using, and I added the oil and I'm just going in on the final touch. I can smell the aroma in my kitchen, and I can smell all my African flavors, and this smell is just changing my cuisine. It smells so delicious. So I'm gonna leave this and let this be crispy outside and tender inside. This is just real Atlantic flavors happening over here, and I'm just loving the smells. So I'm just gonna put this back for 15 minutes in my oven. So now my fish is ready. Just ready. Just look how beautiful this looks. It looks crispy from the outside and tender from the inside. So I'm just going to transfer this and start plating it on my plate. So the technique I use to transfer it, I just hold it like this. And then I'll show you guys. Let me just move this out of my way. And then, if you guys can see, let me put it this side. Voila. And I have my juice. Now is anything. So this is my final fish. This is how beautiful it's looking. Very delicious. So I'm just gonna go in with my marinade and put it outside. It's crispy outside and tender inside. So I'm just putting some of my marinade for garnish, as all my flavor are in. And then I have here my dip in sauce over here to dip in. So if you want the sauce, this is the sauce that came out from my grill. So I can just as well throw it a little bit inside there. So I don't want to waste all my taste. Now I'm just going in with my garnish. Just putting in a little bit of lemons over there. And then a side salad that I'll have here. Did some tomatoes, a bit of French fries. Okay, this is how beautiful it looks. This is my grilled fish. I hope you guys have enjoyed my recipe. Now, this is how you build realtors. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And let's dig in. So, this is so yummy. Look at this. I just love how it came out crispy. The skin is crispy and inside is so tender. I'm going to dig in with my sauce, with some fries. Mm. Mm. This is the real flavors of Africa. Mm. This tastes yummy. I'm loving this. See you guys in the next video.